It's never the leads, my friend. It's your ability to convert. For over 20 years, I've dedicated my life to bringing you the very best selling, marketing, and business building strategies to keep your business thriving. Get ready to experience the success you've been searching for. Welcome to the Tom Ferry Show. Hey, thanks so much for watching. It's episode 125 of the Tom Ferry Show. Today, I'm talking to you about 3 primary skills everyone needs if we want to convert more of those leads into appointments and ultimately sign contracts. So let's take a look, right? We know that number one, and probably the thing that I see more and more people missing, is we've stopped the art of building rapport. Can you think about a time maybe in your life when you were single, or maybe you're single now and you were dating? You know that awkward moment when you're not in rapport with someone, right? You're sitting across the table, they're looking at their phone, you're looking at your phone. It's just awkward, right? Well, I want you to imagine that moment if you knew exactly what to do to build rapport with anybody, anytime, anywhere, so you can break the ice and really get to what matters most, whether it's connecting with them on a date or, in this case, building rapport to see if they qualify for your services to buy or sell real estate. At the end of the day, my friends, it's simply this. There's people that know how to build rapport and there's people that don't. And there's a lot of work out there. I'm going to tell you that the most basic thing that I follow every single time in every engagement, and it doesn't matter if it's someone I've known for years or someone I'm meeting cold, I always remember to mirror them, right? We know the old line, people prefer to do business with people that are just like them. So if we understand that people want to do business with people they feel are just like them. Do you ever notice how certain families, everybody talks the same, their cadence is the same, their tone's the same, their volume's the same, right? There was a time when I would, call my dad's house and both of my brothers were listening there and all 3 of them answered the phone the same way. Hello? I didn't know who I was calling. They all sounded exactly the same. So if I wanted to be in rapport, I'm going to use the same language that they use. I'm going to speak with the same pace, the same tempo. What do we know? There's fast talkers, there's medium pace talkers, and there's slow talkers. If we were to go deeper, we understand that there are visual people, auditory people, and kinesthetic people. Visual people have a tendency to talk faster. Visual person, right? Well, what do you think happens when a visual person meets a kinesthetic person who's more touchy-feely and needs to think it over? And the visual person's like, look, take a look at what I'm talking about. If you just check this out, right? That person's going to be instantly out of rapport. If you want to convert more leads, you got to get out of yourself and you got to get into the moment with the client. So I'm listening for their pace, their tempo, because it's going to give me insight. Are they visual, auditory, or kinesthetic? By the way, visual people will use words like see, look up here, get a clear picture, where perhaps the auditory person, right, is going to say, that rings a bell, or I hear what you're saying, or they'll quote other people and they'll actually change their tone. Am I getting too advanced? These are the things we need to be paying attention to if we want our conversion to go up. And of course, the kinesthetic people, right? The kinesthetic people, they're going to use words like feel or, I just feel like I've got this giant weight on my back. I listen intently for the words that they use, their pace. I listen for their volume and I listen to their tonality. I'm not asking you to call someone with an accent and change suddenly the way you speak to their accent, right? That would be awkward, but you can do it subtly. You can take just a little bit of their cadence. Does that make sense? Just a little bit of their cadence, pay attention to their volume, use their language by mirroring them, listening and using the same exact pattern. And guess what happens, my friends? We build rapport in under 60 seconds. And without rapport, that sales wall's up. I don't care if they just went to your website and gave you their cell phone and email or your cold calling, the spectrum of those two. Without rapport, nothing happens. Without rapport, there is no trust. There is no questions. There is no qualifying. There is no closing. So we always have to say to ourselves, I am in rapport with every person I meet. I take the time to build rapport, deep levels of rapport, not walk in their house and saying, you like fishing, I like fishing, right? We're not talking about that. We're talking about real rapport, like with the people you trust and the people you love. So the first thing I would challenge you on is start paying attention again pace, volume. You ever talk to the loud family? Have you ever talked to the whisperer? I have a client who every time he calls me, hey coach, okay, I got something really important to talk to you about, right? If I were to be on the phone like, hey, what's going on? I'd be out of rapport. The moment we break rapport, we break trust. Are you with me on this? So that's number one. Number two, if you want to up your conversion, you've got to ask way more qualifying questions. You've got to ask way more qualifying questions. Now, there's going to be a link here for a script book. You should absolutely download the script book because at the end of the day, this is just a sample of a few of the questions you could ask to get deeper with people. If I want to ultimately book an appointment, if I want to convert, if I want to help this client, I've got to know their motive for action. I've got to know what's important to them, what their timing is, what's their financial situation, what's their plan B. So take a look at these few questions, but again, these are just a sample. Here's the mistake that I hear all the time, and I'm not going to name names because I've talked to so many great agents that have been busted by this. Oh, Tom, I just went into this appointment and it really didn't work out and they ended up listening to another agent. I'm like, well, did you know that you were in competition? Did you ask the question, who else are you talking to? Oh, should I be asking that? Of course you should. On a highly competitive marketplace where listings are the name of the game, absolutely 1000% yes. I have people say to me, but if I ask that question, aren't I planting the seed in their mind? Maybe you are, but if I say, hey, are you interviewing any other agents? And they say, no, should we be? No, I just wanted to make sure that I was prepared, because there's a few other great agents in the marketplace. And if you need a recommendation after you meet with me, I'd be more than willing to give you one, right? Coming from that place of confidence is going to make that customer go, this gal's got it. So let's look at just a few of the questions, right? Tell me again what you'd like to do. We're thinking about buying, we're thinking about selling, here's our plan, right? Tell me, where are you going? Where are you moving to? Where would you like to buy, right? Well, we're not sure. I actually had a client say to me, I've got this buyer, Tom, and I'm not sure what to do. They want to look at houses between Santa Barbara and La Jolla. That's like saying, they want to look between Charleston, South Carolina, and Miami, right? If the client doesn't know where they want to go, Houston, we have a problem. We got to dig deeper. Number three, so why are you guys moving? Like, what's the why behind it? What's the motivation? If we get this, we've all heard the phrase before, their hot button, their trigger. Hey, we're retiring. We want to be closer to our grandchildren. We've outgrown our house. Or you know what? We need more space. Or you know what? We just like to move every 6 or 7 years. It's just who we are and we've been here long enough and it's time, right? If I don't know their motivation for action, what am I ultimately going to close them on if they're struggling to make a decision? What am I going to remind them of that they share with me? I can't tell you how many agents I have met that don't find out their true motive for action. And by doing this, my friends, you're missing the opportunity to convert, to showcase your services, and to ultimately win more business. Let's keep going. Hey, what's your timing? Oh, anytime's good by us. You just sell our home for top dollar and do it in any time period you want. Generally speaking, when a person doesn't have a very set time frame, what do they want to do in terms of pricing? Whoop, right? But when they have to be gone in 30, 60, 90 days, whatever that time frame is, what happens to their pricing? They become a little more realistic, or at least we've set the tone for proper price amendments. Got to find out what their timing is. Hey, who else is involved in the process? Have you ever gone on an appointment and discovered that Uncle Larry is actually on title and they're the ones that are going to make the decision? You had no idea, or there was multiple people, multiple attorneys involved, multiple family members. Too often we find ourselves in these uncomfortable situations because we didn't take the time to discover what the heck is going on before we get there. So, hey, what's your plan B in case it doesn't happen in this time frame? This is important for a lot of my clients, especially in the high end. Hey, we're thinking about selling our apartment. Hey, we're thinking about selling our estate. We're thinking about selling our big, expensive, McMansion. Outstanding. What's your time frame? Well, we'd like to get it done, in the next 6 months. We're in no rush, but we want to move and we bought another house and you feel comfortable with our motivation. You say, what's your plan B in case this doesn't work out? Well, we could always lease it. Warning, again, they're going to price it a little bit high, right? Probably higher than you would want. And if they're comfortable with that plan B, you and I both know that's going to impact the possibility of selling that home. I want to know that there's a plan B if there is one, just like you do. So we got to ask that question. Now, have you guys met with a lender? Obviously, and what did they say? What price range Are you guys looking in, buying, or what price range you guys thinking about selling in, right? I want to know as much information as I can, but here's my favorite question. What's important to you in the agent you choose to represent you? What's important to you in the agent you choose to represent you? What's important to you in the agent you choose to represent you? By asking that question, you know what you're basically saying? Tell me what I need to show up prepared for to win the business. Well, we're looking for someone that's done a lot of transactions in our marketplace. We're looking for somebody that's going to market our home aggressively. We're looking for somebody that's going to, get us the highest possible price in the shortest amount of time. We're looking for somebody that's going to discount their commission. They're going to tell you everything that they want in that moment. And what I'm going to advise you is, if you're just booking the appointment, this is not the moment to start handling the objections, but instead take detailed notes and then make sure you alter your presentation to walk in prepared to handle their objections, answer their concerns, and close with the business. Look, at the end of the day, my friends, building rapport only gets us access to the answers to all these questions. If I don't have rapport, and you've been in this situation before, think about it. Has there been a time in your business where you can now identify, I didn't have rapport because I was asking questions and the people started getting short with you? They didn't want to give you the answer. Or their answers were, yeah, fine, not sure. Hey, I only got a minute, could you speed this up? You don't say that to people when you're in rapport. When you're in rapport, you answer the questions. You feel comfortable. It's like if you ever walked inside a department store and said to yourself, I need a dress, or I need a suit, or I need something for this function, and it's like tonight, so I need it now. Like your motivation is high to get this outfit. You walk in the store, salesperson says to you, hi, can I help you? What do 99% of the people say in that moment? No, I'm just looking. Are you a liar? No, they just weren't in rapport with you. What if they walked up instead and said, hi, my name is, how are you doing today? Oh, I'm fine, I'm just really busy. Everyone that walks in this store is super busy. I'm just curious, are you looking for something immediate or are you just browsing? Gosh, I'm actually looking for something immediate. Is it a formal event? Is it a casual event? We start asking these questions and I'm building rapport, and guess what, my friends? Now all of a sudden, the sales guard is down. Well, that exact situation is exactly what goes on here. When you take the time to build rapport, right? The sales wall goes down, they answer all these questions, they reveal to you what's really going on so you can help them. Does that make sense? People like to do business with people they feel are just like them. Follow the fundamentals of rapport and ask all the qualifying questions. Make sure you download that script book, and then obviously you gotta close. And ABC, always be closing, ABC, always be converting. At the end of the day, there's so many things on the internet. I'm looking at my team. There's so many things on the internet only this percentage of salespeople close this many times, and whatever, right? Here's the bottom line. People that close make money. People that don't. It's that simple, right? On the last show, I talked about resources versus resourcefulness with your assistant. It's the same exact deal. If I am resourceful, I will continue to find a way, a kink in the armor, something that's going to get them to say yes, even just for a 15-minute meeting. At the end of the day, my friends, no transactions happen until we get an appointment. So we've got to have 5, 6, 7 different closes we use, handling the objection of, well, we're not sure, we want to think it over. I can appreciate the fact you want to think it over. Let me ask you a question. Since 3 minds are better than 2, what specifically do you guys need to think about? I mean, this stuff needs to just roll out of your mouth as it does mine, because I've practiced it for years. So here's just a few. You ready? Hey, let's go ahead and schedule an appointment. Are mornings or afternoons better for you? The world famous alternative choice close. Super basic. Did you want to do this or this? Did you want the red one or the blue one? Did you want mornings or afternoons? Monday or Tuesday? You with me? A basic close that can be used by all of us. You also told me all of their motivation, that you guys wanted to move out of this house, you wanted to be near your grandchildren. I'm gonna remind them of all the things that they told me. This is like the hot button close. You guys told me you were moving to here and you wanted to be there in this time frame because you wanted to be there before summer or graduation or before school starts in order to achieve your goals. Let's schedule an appointment, Monday or Tuesday at 4, using their qualifying information, their hot buttons, or a basic one. Hey, look, if I can show you the obvious advantages, both in time and money, would it be worth 15 minutes of your time? If I could show you the obvious advantages in both time and money to you, would it be worth just 15 minutes of your time? Invite me over. The bottom line is this, my friends. It's not leads. it's never the leads. It's always you. It's your ability to convert, your ability to build rapport with a wide variety of people, right? Over the phone, face-to-face, makes no difference. The same rules apply. Your ability to ask good questions, to find out, can you serve this client? Do they actually have a need, or are they just looking right now? And that's okay. If you don't ask the questions, you don't know that they don't really have to do anything for 2 or 3 years, and then they eat up all your time, right? All of us watching right now have been in that situation where we felt like we just wasted our time. And the real waste was you didn't ask the qualifying questions to find out what was truly going on and could you serve that customer. And then at the end of the day, close, baby, close. Close, baby, close. It is so fascinating to me how many people I talk to that are just uncomfortable asking for the order. I heard a million years ago the following line: the close is just a natural ending to a great presentation. So if I'm asking all the right questions and I'm in rapport, the close is natural and automatic. If you're feeling tension when you're closing for an appointment or asking them to sign the contract, the bottom line is, my friends, it's probably because you just don't believe in the services you're offering, or you just haven't practiced. You don't have, your 2, 3, 4 automatic shots that you take that work for you every single time. So, a lot of assignments for you. Can't wait to read the comments. Share this with a few friends. Share it maybe with your office manager, because this could be a great sales meeting topic, no doubt. Remember always, your strategy matters, and now more than ever, your ability to convert is what rules the day. Hey, thanks so much for watching. If you want more of this, make sure you subscribe to our channel.